Well, the day is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. I have the brand new Bigniu BGX Pro. A lot of people are calling this the Bigniu BGXP. It's a brand new bike in their lineup. They upgraded a few things. We're gonna get into it. But first off, let's go over the B-roll footage I recorded from earlier. So let's get into it. Come on, what's going on? Transition, come on, man, let's go. Welcome back, and there's a few things I want to go over before we go out and ride this bike. I'm not going to bore you guys in this garage too much. Give me a few minutes. Let's go over some changes that happened on the bike and what some disadvantage changes that they did on this bike as well. So I got my phone because there's a few numbers we got to go over, so I apologize for this. I can't memorize all this stuff. So the original one was 48 volts, and we had a 31.5 amp hour battery in here, and it was 1,512 watt hours. So we were actually getting more range on the original BGX. It was getting about 40 plus miles of range. This one, now because it's 52 volt and they kept the same enclosure, you can't fit that big of a battery. The higher the voltage you go, the battery size, you need a bigger battery case basically. So we're looking at 52 volts in here, which is a nice upgrade, more torque. However, 27 amp hours in this one, which gives us 1,404 watt hours, which means we can get a range up to about 36 to 38 miles. So we actually lost range out of this bike, but we did gain more torque and power. You might have noticed right off the bat as well that the handlebars have significantly changed. Now, originally they were traditional handlebars. Now they are just straight ape hanger handlebars. They are really high up there. They had to extend the wires and everything like that. You do have a nice shield in the front that kind of hides the display and it hides the wires. You got your standard traditional headlight. It's the same headlight on the other one. Same fender, same frame. They didn't change anything on the frame other than they do give you this rear rack back here. So you get a few more accessories with this. You also get 2 bags. And I got the bags over here on this table. Now I'm not going to install them myself, but if you want to put them, you can put them anywhere really on the bike that fits necessary. Also, here's our charger. It's a 5 amp charger if you guys just were curious to know that. But back to the bike, they're using the same 1500 watt motor that's on the BGX. However, they did upgrade the suspension, so now you have adjustability right here. So if you look, you can actually change where you want it to be at, so you can have it more firmer or you can have it more softer, so you have adjustability in the rear, which is a nice upgrade from the original BGX. And last but not least, they said they changed the braking for better stopping power. Now these are 203 millimeter rotors with S4 4-piston hydraulic brakes. I never had an issue with the original brakes, but they said they also fix it to help with leaking issues as well. So the brakes should definitely be better on this bike. And overall, that is pretty much all the changes. There are some changes with the pricing. And with going off of their website, it's about $1,950 for the original BGX. And this one is coming in at right under $2,100, which means it's about a price difference of 150 bucks. Now real quick, let me show you guys how I sit on this bike. I am 5'9", 163 pounds. Keep in mind, I would probably remove this bar. Personally, me, I'm not a big fan of this bar. It also bolts with 2 bolts under here, which I haven't done. I've only attached it to the suspension, but you do have to take the suspension off to put this on, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. So if you are a short person, you're not gonna like that bar at all, so you can't fling your foot around it. And make sure when you get off the bike, you don't hit it with your foot. But look how low this bike sits. It is really made for short people. I think you could be like 5'4", or 5'3" and ride this thing comfortably, even shorter than that. I mean, it is a very low bike. You might want to have to push the handlebars closer to you. This is how I have mine right now. I actually feel like I want to push them farther out. However, this windscreen right here is blocking the bolts to unloosen the things, and I'd have to take the headlight off to do all that, and I'm not trying to do all that. But yeah, this is kind of how I look sitting on the bike. It's a pretty cool style of a bike, I gotta say. It is pretty fantastic, the riding position, and I almost fell. Jesus. The one thing that I really wish felt improved a little bit on this is the seat. It feels good when you push it down, but it also feels like there's not much padding here, so we're gonna see how that feels when we go out for the ride, which we're actually gonna do right now, because we don't need to go over this whole bike all the way in the garage. You guys know about it, there's a few changes. Let's see how the new one performs. Oh, I gotta remove this before we go. Whoop. All right, guys, we are out here with the action cam on the Bigniu, and it's just shining with the sun out here. Look at that fender, how glossy it is. It has a metallic flake into it. I thought I had a scratch on here earlier, and I rubbed it away, and it came off because this is a really thick paint job, has a clear coat on it, super, super nice. Huge fat tires, 20 by 5 inches. And there's tons of trucks out here because they're doing tons of construction. So we're gonna use this straight away real quick to do a speed test because we have a full fresh battery charge on here and I wanna see how fast this new bike goes. So without further ado, let's go, 1, 2, 3. It also does have a park mode, so you gotta get used to that. There we go, 20 miles an hour already. Now I'm going off of this, but I also have my phone up here. I'm really curious to see if there's a difference in speed, and it looks like there is a little bit by like 2 or 3 miles an hour. This says 30, this says 34. 35, 36, 37. Let me close my visor, a little bit more aerodynamic. I don't know how aerodynamic we can get with these ape hanger handlebars. I can't really tuck because my back is so straight up and down. I can't really get like this, it feels awkward. Here we go, 40 on here almost. Here we go, is it gonna hit 40? We got a little bit of wind with us. 38, 39, come on. This says 41, so it's off 2 miles per hour. But that's not too bad. We'll call this bike 40 miles an hour. We got a little bit of wind coming our way, so granted, that's all right. Now, I don't remember the top speed of the other one. It might be very similar, if I'm not mistaken, but the torque is definitely there on this one. You definitely get a little bit more torque out of this bike with the up voltage of going from 48 volt to 52 volt. So that feels really nice. I was expecting a higher top speed though, maybe of like 42 or 44, but it's all good. Most 60 volt bikes are getting that, you know, roughly, so it kind of makes sense. I guess I was just expecting a little tiny bit more top speed, that's all. I got some turn signals on this bike, so I could turn those on. Oh man, it feels interesting turning. It doesn't feel hard to turn at all, it just feels really interesting when the handlebar is like way up here. Also, your turn signals are right up here, right behind the button layout, and there's one right here. You can see this one a little bit better, and you can move them. They're on a little pivot swing arm right there, so you can angle them however you want, which is really nice, and I like that they're high up on the bike instead of being like way down here. So that's a nice touch that they did. That's like on their other bike too, so if you get the BGX Non-Pro, it's the same thing. Let's see how it does this roundabout. Let's go in a circle really quick. I was gonna try to go a little bit faster, Rob LS 51. Oh, man. Definitely got pretty low on that one. Felt like I was riding on the side of that tire. Yeah, it's not a bad bike to turn. It's not as nimble as a bike that has smaller tires on it. Keep in mind, these are 5 inches wide, so it gives more comfortability for the ride, but it's not as good turning. But it's not bad. It's still not bad. But I like how smooth it is. That's the most thing that I like now that I'm getting older, is I like a smooth bike. And this is just stylish. Once I fix the handlebars to go more forward, I feel like I'd be a little bit more comfortable, because right now, I feel like I'm leaning a little bit too far back than I would like, but that's my own fault on how I put these handlebars on. So right now, I have went 2.4 miles on this bike, and I'm already down 1 battery bar. So I'll tell you right now, I don't think the range on this bike is gonna be great. I think you're only gonna get maybe 20 to 22 miles if you're hauling ass on this bike, so keep that in mind. If range is a big concern, get the original BGX, or have a backpack and get another battery, but these are heavy batteries. This battery feels like it's 8 to 10 pounds, so it's not gonna be very comfortable in your backpack. Or do some modifications and get another battery strapped up to here so you can have way more range. You got so much open room down here to put something, any accessories, anything. Or some custom LED neon lights. That'd be kind of cool. I want to show you guys the pickup speed real quick, because that's a real big difference from 48 volt to 52 volt. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. Let's go off of this. 10 miles an hour, 12, 15, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So as you can see, it hits 20 miles an hour pretty fast, even maybe 25 at that. And after 25 miles an hour, it does take a little longer to get up to speed, but it's really quick if you need to get across the street, get out of the way. You shouldn't have a problem low end. But top speed, it feels like it does struggle a little bit getting up to top speed to that 40 miles an hour. It's not bad. It's just not as fast after 25. All right, so next let's try out this horn and see how that works. All right, well, it's not a real horn and it doesn't sound great. Oh, here comes a bump. Woo, oh, it handled that pretty good. Not bad at all. That's awesome. Now, let's go to this really quick and I'll go to the tires because that felt really good. So I don't like the horn because it doesn't even sound loud, even though it's not a real horn. I've had other bikes that have a better sounding horn than that. But the bumps on this thing, because the tires are the way they are, they're really fat, really big, I have not changed these tires at all. I haven't aired them up. Exactly how they came out of the box, aired up, is how I left them. I didn't put any extra air in these tires. So keep in mind, how they ship these bikes out is how I'm riding it. So I actually don't know the PSI in there. I will say they don't feel squishy, they feel really hard. So they do have them aired up properly. I'm just saying, if you want a little bit more comfortability out of it, you could air the tires down a little bit. Your range is gonna suffer, but I think I might even be able to air them up a little bit more, and that might help us get to 40 a little bit better. But what sucks is I know we're gonna be losing speed because the battery isn't that big for the power we have on this thing. And I can already see that I'm only doing 37 max mile per hour. So we already lost 2 miles an hour. The display says 40. Oh, we're picking up speed right now. Here we go, 39. Oh man, it was just picking up speed. It's like I got a boost of energy. It's like I hit a boost button and it just took off. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I like that you do have a compression adjustment right here. So if you do feel it's kind of rough, you can adjust this to your weight and everything like that, and that'll really help. What I'm really curious to know though is how the brakes feel and also how it is off-road. We got to do that test right now and see how it is. I really want to see how they fix these brakes to make them a little bit better. Now, it's been a while since I reviewed the original BGX. I'm really curious to see how this one is. All right, so we're gonna go off this blue fire hydrant right here. I'm gonna try to get about 28, 29 miles an hour. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, whoa, what some good brakes. Wow, that was fantastic. Look how close we are. Dude, this bike stops on a dime. This other skid mark that's right here that you can see, this was the other bike I just reviewed the other day and it ended up way over here. This is the Aerial Rider, and keep in mind the Aerial Rider is a great performing bike, but these tires locked up. It's like they have a soft compound on here. Oh yeah, those are really, really soft tires. So they're probably gonna wear faster than other tire brands out there, but wow. Stopping distance, probably one of the best bikes I think I've had in a really long time. So good job, Bigniu, on that. And now that we're back on the bike, there is a park mode. So I feel like I was only off the bike for about 20 seconds and that park mode came on. So just make sure if the bike's not working, the throttle, pedals, whatever, you just have to hit the brake levers and the bike should move again. I understand it's a safety thing. Someone could just kind of come up to your bike and just, you know, twist the throttle, but I wish there was a setting to take that off. All right, so here we go. Woo-hoo. Nice soft gravel right here. It feels a little slippery already, I gotta say. These aren't really off-road tires. They're made for the street. Oh, the brakes are so strong. Oh man, came in a little hot right there. And I didn't even feel like I was coming in hot. Just hit the brakes a little too much and they locked up, man. They definitely locked up. Yeah, not really a bike I would consider for off-roading. Very, very light off-roading, but stick to the road on this one, especially with these ape-hanger handlebars. You need really close handlebars to the suspension in the front to feel a little bit more safer. Now here comes our hill test. We're gonna do the throttle. 52 volts should pull us up this hill, no problem. 1500 watts shouldn't be an issue at all. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, it's not even struggling. It's going faster and faster. 15, 16, 17, 18, once we reach the top. My phone said 16. Again, there's a difference of 2 miles per hour, but that's really quick compared to the other bike I just reviewed the other day. Think about it, this thing is not pushing 60 volt, and it made it up the hill almost as fast as the other bikes in the category. So, I mean, this is kind of in its own category, and oh my God, the park mode already started. What the heck, man? So this is a very powerful bike to get up hills. So no issues with that. Oh man. I'm not even going that fast, but I can feel it. It's at its point, it's at its limit. It's just going side to side. Oh, the front slid a little bit just now. I'm telling you, you can't go that fast around these turns over here. These tires are just not made for this. So we're coming up to this little bridge test I like to do, and since the handlebars are so high, do we have any issues? No, we don't. It goes over the railing, but it does feel very wide because they come up and then they go out. They are still very big handlebars, but width-wise, they're not super big, but they just feel so bulky in general. But they clear a lot of stuff because they're so high up off the ground. It just, man, it's crazy. I've never been on anything that had handlebars this big. Here comes a sand test. Whoa. Yeah, I can't go through that very fast. Another thing you guys might have not noticed on this bike, or maybe you did, it has no gears. So normally we do the gear test right now and we see how it shifts and if it's janky or it's clunky, and we have no gears, so it's one single gear. So we're gonna test out the throttle, then the pedals, and then we are going to see how the rest of it feels when ghost pedaling. So here we go, throttle only, 1, 2, 3, instant power all the time, no delay at all. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you guys can even hear it. The motor makes some noise, so if that's a concern to you. It's not a quiet bike. It's a geared motor in there, not a direct hub motor. So if noise is a concern, it's not a bike for you. Even the non-pro model is not going to be a bike for you if noise is a big thing. But I don't think it's that bad. It's not that noisy. But the throttle response is great. Now let's see the pedal response. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, pedal response is delayed. Really delayed. And check this out. It actually doesn't give you a whole lot of power when pedaling. Oh, okay. Oh, are you going or what? God dang, man. He stopped, I thought, for me and then just starts going. Looking down on his phone, bro. So anyways, the pedals actually don't give you a high top speed. Like, look, I'm pedaling as much as I can and it keeps you at about 20 miles an hour. So if you like that or not, I think that's a pretty cool feature. So you can just kind of be coasting. You don't have to be going high speed all the time, but it is cutting power in and out. Right now I'm at 17 miles an hour and I'm basically pedaling as fast as I almost can. And this is the same guy, I think, just flew right past me and almost didn't come to a stop right here. Scary drivers, man, scary drivers. Let's give you guys a range update real quick. I have done a solid 7 miles on this bike and I'm still only down 1 battery bar, but let's see if I give it full power with the throttle and see if we drop down another battery bar or not after this Prius moves. I don't know if this guy knows where he's going or what. Dude, come on, man. All right, after we avoided that, geez Louise, man. It's not that difficult to go around a roundabout, brother. Anyways, from what I'm seeing is we're still only down 1 battery bar, so that's actually pretty good, but who knows if those other battery bars are just gonna start going like hotcakes in every like 3 or 4 miles of range after this. Because right now, I gotta say, it's not bad. We're almost at 8 miles on this bike, and we started with a full battery charge. I actually rode this bike for probably 6 or 7 miles before I started this video review because I just kind of wanted to get out there and feel how the bike was, get some B-roll shots, some pictures of it, and it's a pretty chill bike at the end of the day. It's really more of a flashy bike and just a unique bike at that. So if you're looking for something that's different from all these moped-style e-bikes or the mountain bikes that have the little seats on them, those little saddle seats, and you know, something like a Wired Freedom, they're super fast, and you don't want something that fast, but you want something a little bit more comfortable, and you just want something that just stands out to people out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a bike that's great. Everyone that sees this bike is like, dude, this is nice, man. What the heck is this? And they just all want to ride it because it's so unique. It doesn't look like anything else on the market, and that's where you're going for if you buy this bike. I really think they knocked it out of the park when they make a bike like this because it's just their own unique style and brand. We're coming up a hill right now. Nothing crazy, but still making it up perfectly fine. Oh, now we're down to 3 battery bars now, right after we passed 8 miles. So there we go. 3 battery bars left at 8 miles. Let's go off-road over here. Let's see how it is. I don't even know how bumpy this is gonna be. Woo! Oh yeah, here we go. Good off-road test right here. It's actually pretty smooth. It's not that bad. Dang, we are hauling ass. Oh yeah, that's nice and smooth. That's comfortable. The gravel, not so much. Tires are not made for gravel. All right, so now we are on a road, which, oh man, that looks fun to go up. I kind of want to go up that, but going across the road over here is not gonna be easy. All right, here we go. We made it to the other side. Make sure if you ever do what I did, oh my God, that's soft. Let's see how it does coming up this thing. It's sliding all over the place in the back. Oh yeah, no issues. No issues with this bike. That's awesome. Make sure if you're crossing the street like I did, there's a park mode and it comes on really, really quick. So I had to make sure to beat all that traffic, so I held onto the brakes until I had to cross, because then you're gonna try to cross, hit the brakes, and then you're gonna be delayed on the power. So right now, 10 miles exactly, roughly, and yeah, 3 battery bars still left. It's about to hit that second one, I know it, because I don't think we're gonna get a huge amount of range on this bike. I think 20 to 25 miles of range, like I said, and it's gonna be done with, especially with riding the way I'm riding right now. Oh man, now we gotta get back across the street. That's gonna be fun. All right, we're over here. Man, that trash can has seen better days. My bike lane is so small. Yes, people, please get over. Oh my God, all the dust. Oh man. Oh, it's all bad. So the reason why I am on this road right now, I am really trying to kill the battery. Thank you for going. I'm really trying to kill this battery on here. I want to see how low I can get it by just riding around the area, because I'm really curious on what the range would be if you're just hauling ass everywhere. I'm waiting to get down to that second battery bar. I would like to get down to 1 battery bar on today's video, but if not, we'll move it over to a second video when we go at nighttime and show you guys the lights and the turn signals. The turn signals, I remember from the last one, are really good. Really, really good. So that's a nice safety thing. I don't think they were really good on the back though. I think the back really sucked ass, but the front, hands down, great job on that. What up? What's up, man?
How you been, man?
Good, good.
Video?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, Jonathan? Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. What's up, man? You want to try to, for the video, you want to try to get a race?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start like from here, go that way?
We can do it.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
That thing's fast. I lost. It's almost about the same speed. Nice meeting you guys. I know I'll see you guys around.
Don't forget me.
Don't forget him.
Yeah. All right, take care, guys.
I enjoyed the day.
Yeah, you too, guys. Be safe, man. So we just got done doing a little ride out real quick for like half a mile. That was cool to know some of the kids that ride around the area. So we maybe go some rides with them and have them check out the bikes and everything like that. I really wanted to have them ride it. However, I only brought 1 camera battery, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna die anytime soon, because we also filmed in the garage with this camera. And also, the last person that rode this bike was a person that built my house, and he actually almost dropped it. He almost ran it into my girlfriend's car, if I'm being honest. Because the bar in the back, when you get off, you don't think about it, and if you hit the throttle, you might drop it. I know that might make some for good content, but I don't want anything to happen to this bike right now. I still got to do another video on it, and then if I see those kids again, they want to ride it after I'm done with the videos, then by all means they can ride it. But yeah, everyone loves it. They think it's really unique. Obviously it wasn't as fast as his custom bike, but if we were rolling and hit the throttle at the same time, they were actually pretty even. It was just, I thought he was gonna go 3, 2, 1, go, but he went 3, 2, 1, and I was behind. I was a little late sleeping at the light. So he got that jump on me. But here's an update really quick. 14.3 miles, 2 battery bars left. I really feel like I'd be comfortable going about 20 miles out of this bike, and after that, I better be home getting ready to charge it for the next ride. So until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Nighttime, check out all these lights. Normally I go back to the house and give a final outro and conclusion to the bike, but you guys already know how I feel about it. I feel like it's really unique. It's a great bike overall. Not that expensive to me. I really don't think it is for the quality and stuff. It doesn't feel super cheap at all. It actually feels pretty high quality, especially the paint job. But if you need the range, get the BGX. And if you want more speed, more torque, get the Pro model. That's all I gotta say. Use the links down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys are the true MVPs of this channel. Peace out. Oh dang, one battery bar left at 15 miles. One battery bar left.